Heavy Nightwish is fantastic. I think I broke an air drumstick. Let's get another. Let's continue. Welcome back and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications because it helps me out a lot, and that is very, very cool of you. First thing, little Christmas tree is still up because I want it to be. Shout out 2 days of Christmas. Next thing, we are back with more Nightwish because Nightwish Saturday demands it. And I'm excited because a lot of you asked me to take a look at Master Passion Greed. That's usually an indicator that's going to be a good one. You haven't done me wrong yet. And you all keep telling me it's very different. We'll see what different means in this case. Shout out Bunny Rabbit Ears. And a lot of you also sent me messages, DMs, tweets, comments, emails about what you think the song's about. I've read some of the lyrics. I'll be honest, I'm always kind of careful and considered about the story and the message of the songs, but I am here for the music. And I can't wait to hear this music. So without further ado, Master Passion Greed, Nightwish. Let's see what you got. Shout out Palm Mute Gang. Whoa! Where'd that come from? Heavy Nightwish? Yes, please. I will take 2 scoops. Let's go back right to the beginning. You know how it works around here. Okay, difference it is. Well done, you. I like heavy. I like Nightwish. You put those together, and that's a delicious sandwich. Thing is, I did not expect that. That start out with the palm muting, of course, palm muting. Shout out Empu, shout out the Palm Mute Gang, and shout out the EV1. Now, you could hear that bass really helping emphasize. It has a nice drive on it and it was ringing out quite a lot. It wasn't being cut off too short. Then you heard the drums come in, really nice tom work on that, creating that rhythm and cycle, building up intensity. I could feel it was elevating and I was hoping it was going to become something aggressive, but with them you never know, and boy did it punch. Nice last introduction before the kick-in was some of that key work with like a mod wheel, so it sounded like they were tweaking that mod wheel. The intonation, the tuning was slightly shifted, kept drifting back to that cycle point. I'm very excited. This is too cool for school. I'm pathetic. I like this a lot. We're going to listen again because double kick for the win. Hang on, easy. Okay. So far, almost a minute in, still building. We know where we started. We went into that double kick work, but the palm muting was still there, still keeping that nose closed, still keeping it controlled, even though the heaviness, the aggression was there. All of a sudden opened up. You could hear much more of that cyclic element to that riff. Tails off at the end. Something happening there with the snare. Sounds a little different in that part. Sounds like it's further away, a little bit more shallow, and it's ringing a bit more. And I like it. I think it's very cool. It adds to the heaviness, the live authenticity of it. So far, so damn good. Yeah, yeah. Shout out that vocal, aggressive, and that would be Marco just killing the damn thing. It's great because you had kind of a shout back into that. So I don't know who would be doing that in the band. I don't really know how old this is, but to see this live must be incredible because of what Imper's doing to make sure that you are latching onto a cycle but then tailing off. The drums were doing exactly that. They were helping just provide this constant. And if the cycle continued on the guitar, you would fall into that almost trance-like state with those drums, but they don't want you to. They want you to be there for just a little bit and then sit you in the pocket for a tail off. The vocals are helping with that as well. Really, really awesome, aggressive, quick, much more metal from them. This is probably, I'd say, the heaviest from an instrument point of view, the heaviest I've heard from Nightwish, and I ain't mad. Let's hear that again. That should be enough. What they're doing is accenting syllables. They're not just waiting for the whole word. They're trying to accent syllables, and that's why you'll hear like a break or an upshift in the middle of a word. And it's really nice because on the first one it goes up, second one it goes down. It either goes down or stays the same, but it isn't the same uplift. And there's almost this like rhythmic pattern to that. You could hear the keys doing a really good job of accenting. I can hear them saying Master, Passion, Greed, which is awesome. I love that. I love when choruses, and I'm assuming that's going to be the chorus. It's just simple. It's in your face. It's power. It's melodic. And then hopefully we go straight back in. Stop driving around. We're doing Nightwish. It's not cool, dude. People, just rude. This is good. Okay, we're pausing. Shout out pause gang. Shout out all the shout outs. When you hear a siren, and that was like a vocal siren, you can hear it wind up. It's like an exponential wind up. I like that because it was a little unexpected. Usually you hear them wind up all the way to the point of a break. That wound up and then it wound down again before it broke in. Very cool. I like this. Keys are becoming much more primary. Get in. Okay, hang on. Important. A lot of things happening. We're not even halfway through the song. This is fantastic. I'm super jacked about this. Wow, this is cool. Listen to what the cymbals are doing, or the tapping on that. I think it's the ride cymbal. He's tapping more towards the bell. It's a delicacy and a soft element within a heavy piece because it's halftime. It's broken down halftime from what they were doing. Everything just works. It works. It works. It works harder than I did this year. That bass. They are evolving the song. They always do. I shouldn't be mad or surprised, yet here we are dumbfounded because keys becoming more prominent. That bass, the drive on it, the tone on it is so sick. It's almost creating a second layer of distortion and drive. It's more of a drive than a distortion, but it is brutal. I love it. And it's relentless and it's without care. And what I mean is sometimes instruments behave in a way due to certain effects that they want to behave. They want to compress and control the sound. They want it to be melodic and beautiful the whole way through. This is just open and in your face, and it should be because that's what the song's about. That lead work that comes in the chorus there, I could hear it starting to build. It comes in earlier than you think it does, but at the end there, it has a moment to shine. It's very cool. on, Marco. Hang on, buddy. Give me a second. Yeah. That's fantastic. It's like having, in that part of the song, you have really cool elements. You have the drum work, you have the lead work, and then you have this combination of kind of percussion and keys working together, drums and keys working together. And it's like a recipe, and you can play with it however you like. It all ends up in the same bowl, but it's throwing in pieces at different times and building, and then taking some out at times. And it's just this nice little pull and push of the options they had at their disposal there. It's very cool. I like the break in that. Heavy Nightwish is fantastic. I think I broke an air drumstick. Let's get another. Let's continue. That is a great example to use as a point of explaining why frequencies position themselves in certain ways. So higher frequencies, higher hertz. So you're talking the difference between 200 hertz and 22 kilohertz, 10 kilohertz. When something's a higher frequency, it sounds higher because it's void of the depth of some of those lower notes, the vibrations. The frequencies are built so the longer that wavelength, the wider the curves on it, the lower the frequency, and the closer they are together, the higher the frequency. And it sounds like it's higher up, right? It vibrates really quickly. It sounds like it's higher up. And the good example with this is you can hear the palm muting, which has a lower intensity to it because of the strings that he's playing. He's playing some of those top strings, and then the distortion adds a nice twang. So when he goes into the lead work, it sounds like it jumps from lower down in the mix to higher up. It almost sounds like it jumps on top of that piece and then back down again. So if you just visualize things like that, you'll start to understand why there are gaps in music, good gaps that are allowing something else to push through and just shine, like vocals. Very cool. Oh, that scream. Come on, buddy. That was cool. It's kind of, you're in this 4/4 and you're rocking that beat really hard, and then you just subvert expectations there, and you just either drop in just before or just after. And then again, you either chase the beat or you slow down to catch it, but it is something that just shocks you out of that standard 4/4. Worked really well there. Nice choir effect. Very nice here. What you're hearing is that almost brassy sound, and I don't know if it's actual real instrumentation or if it's an effect or a sample used or a pre-recorded piece. But when you hear that, it's important for you to listen to the left. If you have headphones on, that's going to become a whole lot easier. But what you'll hear is that being the primary, right? It's supposed to shock you, especially the way that instrument plays or the way that effect delivers itself, presents itself. The keys are doing a nice climb, very frenetic lead work, little staccato, but very frenetic, almost climbing up and down like a ladder. You can still hear it. And it's the you have the assumption that when that primary sound comes in that disappears, but it doesn't. It's still there. Try and listen out for that. It's valuable. Almost like a distorted strings effect. Wow. Okay. I love the ending. I love how intense it was, and I love how intense it stopped, because sometimes bands will just end it like that, and then there'll be a break, and then you'll hear a ring out. And I'm not always a fan of ring outs. Sometimes they're done so well, and sometimes not. So that was very, very cool. Ended sharp, abrupt. The song was confrontational in the best possible way. It's supposed to be. In the title, in the lyrics, in the instrumentation, it is supposed to shock and kind of be aggressive in its approach. And I think it did all those things. It was magical. It was certainly different. You guys were right there, 100% right there. Heaviest I've heard from them, I think. Hard to think of anything else that's heavier than that in terms of the instrumentation, and even in some of the vocal approach there. Aggressive, I liked it. It's a different side, a darker side to Nightwish, and I really, really liked it. Thank you so much for that. Once again, another Nightwish Saturday in the books. And Nightwish Saturdays aren't going anywhere anytime soon, because I still have a lot to go through. And as long as I'm enjoying them, as long as you're enjoying them, and as long as there's bangers out there like this, we got a way to go. Until the next one, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.